What is up, you guys? The Master Cars here, and today we have this 2017 Golf GTI. Now, as always, this is gonna be full in-depth review of the GTI. We're gonna start it up, get exhaust clip, do some revs, then go on a full in-depth interior review, then go on a quick walk around of the exterior. And because we have been given the GTI for the day, we're gonna be taking it on a thorough test drive and see how this car drives. So sitting down in the 2017 GTI. Now for me, I own a Golf, a 2007 Golf Rabbit, and it's really familiar. I mean, if you've owned a Golf in the previous years, it's very, Golf-like, but with added goodies like the virtual cockpit and the touchscreen that you have right here. Other than that, the GTI feels very comfortable. You have this Clark Blade trademark GTI seats, which are very comfortable and supportive. They are on the firmer side. I mean, you have these that just hold you in your seats. And then other than that, you have a quite hard elbow rest right here, but the center console is very padded, and if you want to put it, and of course it's adjustable and you can put it forward, so it's very comfortable sitting in the GTI. So starting off with the steering wheel, you have this 3-spoke, beautiful GTI steering wheel emblem right here. You have your red stitchings all around the steering wheel, and it feels very, very nice. The hands, it's leather wrapped. You have these bolsters right here. Beautiful, beautiful steering wheel. You have voice command, cruise control, all these basic stuff. And behind that, you have these plastic pedal shifters for snappy accelerations. They might feel cheap a bit, but I mean, they do their job really, really good. Now let's turn the ignition on. So, behind the steering wheel, you have this virtual cockpit screen. You used to have it in your R8, a $200,000 supercar, and now you have it in your Golf GTI. It's really, really cool. I mean, you have all your information. I'm going to be scrolling into that later. And it's very high resolution, so I really like that about the instrument panel. Now, to start the car up, you have your key right here. You put your foot on the brake and go. And you have your 4-cylinder engine that roars to life. Now, as always, we're going to be having a demonstrator. How you doing? Great. Under the bonnet, you have a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder TSI engine. Now, let's check it out. Now, the GTI engine kicks 220 horsepower and 350 Newton meters of torque. Our tester, being the SE, has 220 horsepower. Now, if you ever wonder what the TSI means, well, TSI stands for turbocharged straight injection, and that is you get higher torque at lower RPMs, which means more power at lower fuel usage. Now, our car can put out 350 Newton meters of torque in just 1,500 RPMs, which is huge considering, from a 4-cylinder. Now, in your GTI, you get the 6-speed DSG gearbox, also known as a DCT gearbox, dual clutch transmission, and it's very, very snappy. and that is quite interesting. You have your GTI, a lap timer, if you want to record 0 to 60 time. On the left, again, this beautiful piano black panels, all your light commands right here. Doors, and around the car you have this metallic trim, which is really nice. If you've watched my first review of the Golf Rabbit, I had the same thing, but now it's, well, you know, advanced and more nice to look at. And then coming on to the center of the dashboard, if you want to see the design, how it's going, it's slightly tilted towards the driver. And again, this beautiful piano black around your dashboard. And again, your 8.5-inch touchscreen, all the controls. And also, later in the video, climate control. And then here, your beautiful gear shifter with this leather right here and the red stitching that you have on your steering wheel. And here, the beautiful button for driving modes. Now you can go from Eco to Normal, to Sport and to Individual. Now Eco, if you're going for the MPG. Normal, you know, you don't have that drama and the bass of the exhaust. Sport, it tightens up the suspension, the steering and the exhaust notes. You have this beautiful bassy exhaust notes. And then Individual for personalized, you know, driving experience. If you want the steering in Sport, maybe you want the engine sound in Eco. I don't know why you would want to do that, but yes, you can personalize it the way you want. And then your start stop button, traction control, park assist and your parking sensors. Then right here, your electronic parking brake, 2 cup holders right here, and a 12-volt power outlet, and a tiny cubby space for coins and gum. And then coming on to the center console right here, as we said, nicely padded. And you know, it's a bit small, it's a downside for the GTI, but the cool thing is that first of all, you have this red stitching that you do get right here too, around your seats, and it's adjustable, you know, if you want to put it right here, and you can elongate it. I'm gonna break it. But yes, that's it here. And talking about storage, you have the glove box, and if you want to put your CD input, it has a decent size. And then coming on to the door bins, and that is a great plus for the Golf. They always have big door bins, by the way. You can fit a big bottle right here and some stuff, but it's nothing short of big. Now, since we're talking about storage space, let's go ahead and check out the trunk. Now, to open up the trunk in your GTI, you have your standard opening, then it goes up. Then you have a massive cargo space. The demonstrator is going to be talking about it. So yeah, great. First of all, without folding the rear seats, you have 23 cubic feet of cargo space. And then when folding the back seats, you have 53 cubic feet of cargo space, which is huge in its segment. Now here, a cool thing that it's not very high, like if you have heavy objects you want to pull up. It's kind of low to the ground, by the way. And then your huge cargo space. And then under here, your spare tire. And you get a bit of cargo space. I mean, if you want to remove the spare tire, you have loads again. Small cubby spaces right here. And right there. With a 12-volt power outlet. Right here. And yeah, that's basically it for the trunk. And then look at this rear, mates. Gorgeous, gorgeous looking car. And then again, beautiful GTI seats. Now coming on to the back seat of the GTI, first of all, you have plenty of legroom. I am 185 centimeters, and legroom is plenty. I fit very comfortably in this car. And then headroom is good as well. And then right here, you have this armrest with 2 cup holders. And then the seating is very comfortable. The cool thing, you have 2 air vents, although you cannot control them, but it's nice to have cool air or even hot air right here. And also, you have a pass to the trunk from here. That's a cool thing. And the downside of these back seats that you have a huge hump right here, and I can assure that no one can sit comfortably back here because you know it's very big and I cannot put my legs right here, so I have to put them right here, right there. So yes, that's the only downside, but again, it's comfortable. The seats are comfortable, but the way you put your legs isn't quite. And a beautiful added touch, your LED reading lights right here, and it's, you know, surrounded with this beautiful material. I mean, it's all, you know, in the GTI, it's about details and high quality material, I have to say. I mean, right here, this beautiful trim, this aluminum door handles, your speakers right here and down there. Now talking about the screen, you have an 8.5 inch touchscreen, which is very responsive, I gotta say. Please put the radio, and let's hit the music. And then again, we're in the driver's side, and then that to open your huge sunroof. I mean, it's not panoramic, but I guess it's half because it's quite big. And then when you close it, you have the sensation that it's a panoramic sunroof. And closing it with these shades right here. Right here, a small cubby space for sunglasses, and we've got papers. Yes, and an SD slot. That's quite weird. Well, yes, I always like these cubby spaces, you know, for the driver only. And that, look at that cockpit. Beautiful, beautiful cockpit. Now for 2017, the GTI no longer has 2-door variants. It only has 4-door variants. Now, because of this new facelifted, the generation is now called MK7.5. And as you can see, you have this beautiful design with these beautiful curves on the hood and all around the car that makes the GTI look so fresh. Now for 2017, you have updated headlights. Now a cool feature about those headlights is that you have this red line that goes around. That's a beautiful, beautiful touch by Volkswagen. And also, you got, of course, LED headlights and LED fog lights. You have this beautiful vent, the design of the vents. It's absolutely gorgeous. And then again, this chrome accents around. And you also do get black grille inside of the headlight that goes from right here to right inside. Now, coming on to the back of the GTI, you have your updated tail lights, your GTI emblem right here, and the huge VW logo. But then down there you have this huge exhaust tips, and it seems like a diffuser, like from up here. It's just one fin right here and on the other side, but these, I mean, huge. Doesn't do the fist test, but it's big enough. Now let's turn on the hazards and see how it looks like. adding to the sporty feature of the car, the way this is done, parallelogram, kind of like. And then right here, you have, I don't know if the camera does it, but the way the line goes, beautiful. You know, the attention to detail. Then this gloss back that we had in the interior, with this very sporty built-in rear spoiler. And you've got a small kind of skirt, sport skirts, and the way this is, you know, into the vehicle. You have the skirts right here. Now the GTI rolls on massive 18-inch Austin alloy wheels, which are gorgeous on this car. They're really eye-catching, and the way you have this grey and the black two-tone wheel, and they are the trademark for the GTI wheels. So, starting off in the 2017 Golf GTI. First of all, I gotta say that it's very, very comfortable inside. I mean, as I said, yeah, they start stop. As I said, the seats are very comfortable, you know, especially for long drives. I mean, you don't have any backache or something like that. And then I really have to say that that's what I like about the car, the lighting. I mean, you have the sunroof, and here in front of the doors, like right here, you have the light that goes into the cabin, so you know, it's very nice. And then, since we're driving the car, we have to talk about the 4 driving modes. First of all, if we're putting it in eco mode. In eco, as we said, it's for the MPG. The steering is lighter, and the exhaust notes, you don't have that bassy exhaust notes. And then we have an R8. So, starting off, it's very calm, and then when switching it back to normal, now in normal, you have your standard, you know, driving experience. It's not much, but if you press the sports mode, you have this accelerations, mates. I gotta say, the turbo, wow, it's a whole other level. The 350 Nm of torque, just hitting at only 1,500 RPMs. Now, what I noticed while driving the GTI is that the steering is very, you know, light. That's what I like about the car. When you put it in sport, it stiffens a bit with, you know, the throttle response being more responsive. But then again, it's really easy for maneuvering. But also, like here, when we're maneuvering, you know, the turning circle of the GTI isn't that good. That's my only regret about the car, that the turning circle isn't that good. But everything else is just great. Another acceleration for you guys. And at the end, we can say that the GTI is a spacious, practical hot hatch with affordable performance and with low MPG. So guys, that's it for today. If you've enjoyed it, make sure to like and subscribe. And until then, take care everybody. See you soon. Didn't know Ferrari is building an SUV? Check out my video of the new Ferrari F16X.